Warm greetings from TNV Academy. Today in this session we are going to discuss about NACE codes. First, let me briskly tell you about the key takeaways of this session. At the end of this session you will be able to understand what are NACE codes and why are they used, how to read a NACE code, class definition, criteria. So let's start our discussion and talk about what are NACE codes. The acronym NACE, Nomenclature of Economic Activities, designated the integrated classification system for product and economic activities. It designated the various statistical nomenclature of economic activities. Development since 1970 in the Europe Union. The NACE codes are a standard classification system of similar European industries in function to standard industry classification and North American industry classification system for classification business activities. NACE codes provide a framework for the collection and presentation based on economic activities of a wide range of statistics in economic fields such as production, employment, national accounts, and others. The statistics produced on the basis of NACE code are comparability at the European level and more general at the global level. The use of NACE code is compulsory with the European statistics system. The United Nations supports the development of integrated system of statistical classification, and this is the reason why statistics based on NACE codes are globally similar. NACE are the standard European nomenclature of productivity economic activities. They break down the universe of economic activities in such a way that a NACE code can be associated with a statistical unit carrying out the activities it designated. There is an economic activities when resources such as capital goods are combined to produce specific goods or services. All activities is characterized by the input of resources, a production processes and an output of products, goods or services. Now let us move forward and discuss how to read NACE codes. The NACE code is subdivided into a hierarchical structure with 4 levels. The highest level categorized are called section. The first 2 numbers of the code indicate the division. The third number indicates the group. The fourth number indicates the class. NACE use 4 levels. Level 1 is to 1 section identified by alphabetical letter A to U. Level 2 is to 88 division identification by 2-digit numerical code 1 to 99. Level 3 is to 272 groups identified by 3-digit numerical codes 1.1 to 99.0. Level 4 is to 615 classes identified by 4-digit numerical codes 1.11 to 99.00. The first 4 numbers of the code which correspond to the first 4 tiers of the classification system are the same in all the European states. Individual countries may decide to add more level. The 5th number might be different depending on the country and further number are sometimes added by database supplier. Here is an example to make it easier to understand. Section Q defines human health and social work activities. Division 86 defines human health activities. Group 86.2 defines medical and dental practice activities, and class 86.23 describe dental practice activities. And finally, let us now discuss the NACE codes, classes, definition, criteria. Criteria for how activities are combined into the units of production and distribute among them are fundamental for the definition of classes. Classes are the most detailed categories of the NACE code. They must ensure that the classes of the NACE code allow the sectoral classification of units and that the unit under a given class carry out activities as similar to each other as possible. NACE Revised 2, which takes into account the fourth revision of ISIC, gives generally more value to the production process in defining the different classes. Differently, activities are put together when they include a common processes for production of goods and services that use similar technologies. In addition, the NACE classes are defined in such a way that as far as possible, the following two conditions are fulfilled. The production of the category of goods and services that defines a given class represent the majority of the production of units belonging to this class. The classification contains the units which produce the major part of the category of goods and services that define it. Another major aspect taken into account in defining the NACE classes is the relevant importance of the activities to be included. In general, individual classes are provided for activities currently carried out in most countries of the Union or for activities of particular importance in the global economy. For the sake of international comparison, it was necessary to introduce a number of classes in ISIC and therefore in the NACE codes also. We have now come to the conclusion of this session. In case you have any question related to today's topic which we discussed today, then please put them in the comment section of the video and we will be definitely answering them. Till we meet next, best wishes from TNV Academy.